MCW fans, welcome to another edition of Backstage Pass. My guest is fresh off a win that just made him the number one contender for the MCW heavyweight belt, none other than Moses.
Thank you for having me.
You gotta be feeling pretty good. That was impressive out there.
Thank you. I'm pretty ecstatic about it.
I saw out there, what I'm about to say, don't take offense to. You are a gentle giant. When you like somebody, you're with them.
Absolutely.
When you don't, oh my God, I wouldn't want to be in the way of that. Not for a second.
That's the way it should be.
Well, one thing that I wanted to kind of get out there, we see the man, we see the beast, the warrior, the guy on a mission here. But we don't know a lot about the behind the scenes guy, the real you. So we see the intensity and all of that, the drive. Give me three things not very many people know about you.
Okay. I have a mathematical sciences degree from Clemson University. I used to teach high school, and I am a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Safe to say, I don't think anyone knew that about you. Well, my favorite memory of you doesn't have anything to do with being in an MCW ring, but that is what spawned this moment. And I saw you win the Ring of Honor 6-man tag belts. And the moment that got me, and I didn't know you at the time, I don't know your partner Kaun, but when you guys at the end of that match and you met in the middle of the ring and you said a thank you to RJ, I'm holding it back now. I mean, the amazing thing about your intensity is that there's so much heart behind it and there's so much passion behind it. And I think that's what makes you great. I think that's what makes people like you, want more of you, want to know you. Where does that come from? Because you can't teach it. You can't teach what you've got in you. So what do you attribute that to? Where does that heart, that passion, that fire, where does it come from?
Well, I'm currently living my dream. And when you live your dream, only you can live it. And so are you going to take the opportunity, the short time frame that you can in this wrestling business, and walk through it leisurely? Or are you going to, every night you get the opportunity to live your dream, do with everything you have and show passion and show why? And you mentioned RJ. I had a dream, but I didn't know why I loved it as much as I do until I met him. Because as a coach, he cared. He had kids. He has a job. He could have easily, after his 8-hour shift, went home, watched TV the rest of the night, spent time with his kids. But because he loved the business and because he loved developing young talent, he poured into us. And some people could take him the wrong way when he chew you out. But if you understood him, you knew that it came from a place of love because he wanted you to be the best that you could be. He knew that everybody wasn't going to be the same. And I'm pretty sure he knew as you walk through the door, everybody's not going to make it to the best level. But you can, every time you go into a ring that you get a chance, be the best that you can. And that's what he would try to pull out of you. And so any chance that I get to be in a ring, especially since his passing, I will honor him in that way. And that will always be to show my passion. Because that's what he showed at practice. That's what he showed in the ring. That's what he showed in the locker room until the day that he left us.
I think that's an amazing tribute that started that conversation, but then another one again. And it just goes to how genuine and humble and heartfelt you are in everything. And you know, it's nice to see. You don't often see a guy on the rise who can look back at where he came from and say, this is where I got that bit from. To that note, you know, you and Kaun, you know, you were a tag team here. Everybody loved you guys. Now you're on this singles mission here, and you're the number one contender for the MCW heavyweight title. Did you ever think there might be a singles path for me? Is this a uncharted waters? Was it safer in the tag team? Where's your head in the singles realm? Are you kind of liking it? Maybe Kaun's in trouble? Maybe he needs to find a new partner?
There's no beef. There's no issues. Kaun is a nomad, and he is. He's from Minnesota. He spent some time in San Francisco. He came to Baltimore for the purpose of learning how to wrestle. That's where we met. He's currently moved to Texas. Texas is a hotbed for wrestling. He wanted to grow as a wrestler, and I think that was honestly the best thing for him. When we're together, we're together. SOS still rise, long live the savage. And I don't want anybody at home to think otherwise. But at the same time, I too will go out there, and it just makes us get better. Iron sharpens iron. So that when we are together, it just makes us that much better.
Well, I've enjoyed everything I've seen with you guys as a tag team. Certainly, I can't wait to see what happens when you take on Brian Johnson. I'm not going to say I'm cheering for you. Yes, I am. I'm cheering for you.
Thank you.
But I certainly do appreciate your time. I know you're exhausted. That was a heck of a match out there.
Thank you.
But thank you for letting all of us get to know you a little bit more.
You're welcome.